Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to a yoga session hosted by Santa Clara County Library. So happy to be back with all of you once again after 2 weeks break. I had a wonderful break. I spent time with my family, and I'm all refreshed and ready to restart these classes. So our classes will be back on schedule. Those of us who are not aware, I do teach free classes on Friday and Sunday as well. The information regarding all my free classes has been posted on the chat box. You can go ahead and visit the website and you'll get the Zoom link for all the free classes. Everyone is welcome. There is no charge for any of these three free classes that I'm hosting. With that being said, we're going to start today's session in a seated position. So let's all settle down on the mat in a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seated position. And very gently place your hands on top of your knees with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Whenever we have our palms facing up to the ceiling and we have our shoulders really wide and open, we invite a sense of openness within us, willing to receive and accept ourselves and everything around us just the way it is. So, with that sense of openness in our heart and mind, very gently, let's all close our eyes. And let's bring our awareness to the center of our palms. Very slowly, as you breathe in and out, try to sensitize the center of your palms and feel the air that may be touching the center of your palms. Try to drop your shoulders consciously a little bit more towards the ground while still keeping your spine tall. Relax your jaw. Soften your facial expressions. Relax your eyeballs. And try to relax your forehead and temple muscles. Ironing out all wrinkles on the forehead. Feeling the calmness in your mind and the stillness in your body. Very slowly, whenever you feel ready, gently begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and very slowly coming up to eye level. We're going to take both our hands towards one side today. So let's take our left hand, turn and place the palm on top of the knee. And now take your right hand as well and then place it on top of your left. So both your hands are resting on top of your left knee. The right is on the top. We're going to start with right hand shoulder rotations. Gently take your right hand across the body. Open up your hands. I'm just showing you my hand. You don't have to do this. I want you to spread your fingers out like this. And now you're going to continuously look towards your fingers. Very slowly, as you can hear, let's take our hand all the way up. Look towards your fingers. Lift your hand up. And now slowly keep your hand all the way to the back. And now gently place your fingertips down towards the ground at the back. Catch a breath here. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. And exhale, bring it diagonally across. This way a few more times. Inhale, let's take our hand all the way up. Exhale, bring your hand all the way to the back. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. And exhale, bring it across. Few more. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. Reach it up. Exhale, take it to the back. Look over your right shoulder and rest your fingertips softly down towards the ground. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. And exhale, bring it down. Try to connect with your right shoulder blade arm muscles. Remember to keep your jaw relaxed. Two more. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way to the back. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, bring it across. Those of us who have shoulder issues, if your arm is getting tired, take a break. Otherwise, let's do this one more time. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way to the back. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale, across. Now, same hand, lift that hand up. I want you to take your left hand, wrap it behind your right, and let's just stretch the arm out. That feels good. And breathe. Clearly pull that arm. You'll feel that nice stretch on your right shoulder blade and your arm muscles. And release. Compare your right to the left and notice the working of your muscles of your right and how you feel at the left. And reverse. Place your hands back on top of your knees. Right hand on top of your right knee. Left hand stays on the top this time. And we'll start with the left hand. Let's reach our left hand out. Now, when you extend your hand, you're not just loosely keeping the hand. Think somebody is holding your wrist and pulling you, but you're not giving in by leaning, right? You're sitting up tall, but you're reaching your hand. Try to keep your spine tall, jaw relaxed. Inhale, take your hand all the way up. When you come to this point, feel somebody is pulling your wrist towards the ceiling. Exhale, open those hands, fingers, and touch the fingers down. Inhale, reach your hand all the way up. And exhale, bring it across. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it back. So you'll notice you're not only moving your arm, but you're working your eyes and your neck muscles. Inhale, take your hand up. And exhale, bring it across. 4 more. Inhale, take your hand up. Exhale, take it to the back. Inhale, take your hand up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just 2 more if you're able to. Inhale. And exhale. We don't need dumbbells, guys. We can work our muscles without weights. Inhale, take it up. And exhale. Last time. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way to the back. Inhale, take it all the way up. And exhale. Release your hands. Let's simply rotate the shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation. I forgot to stretch the shoulder. Let's stretch it out. Let's take the left hand across and stretch it out. Try to really pull that arm towards your body. And breathe. Make a connection with your left shoulder blade and your left arm muscles. And if you wish to just rotate it one time. And let it go. Let's extend our legs. We're going to keep our knees bent, so don't work on straightening your legs as yet. Keep your knees slightly bent. I'm going to go to the side here so you can see me better. Just keep your heels digging, toes flex, hands to the fold of your knees. Now, when you come down towards, you come into a forward bend, I don't want you to start to round your back, right? I want you to keep your spine straight and try to come forward like a 45-degree angle. So think about yourself. If the spine was like a metal sheet that doesn't bend, how would it come into an inclined position, right? It will not round, but it's going to come straight because there is no flexibility. So for a minute, just let's think of that and come straight down. So your lower abdominal muscles are starting to press into your thighs. And now slowly start to slide your hands, reach towards your ankles. Think about your tailbone, your mid back, your upper back. So don't push your spine back, but I want you to press your belly forward. Think about lower back. Still okay here, see if you can go a little bit forward. Still okay here, see how it feels to touch your toes. But remember to lift yourself up. So try to sit up tall. Don't do this. I don't want you to round. Don't bring your chin into the collarbone. Sit up nice and tall. Look forward, chest up, chin forward, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe not all of us are able to touch our toes, which is fine. You can keep your hands on top of your ankles. Do not worry about touching the toes, compromising the back stretch, right? The goal is to feel your lower back here. Now slowly start to release your hands and slowly start to walk your heels. So baby steps, like gently. Notice my knees are still bent. I want you to keep your knees bent, but you're kind of extending your legs. But see the space between my legs? I still have that. Keep your knees like this, bent itself for now. Take your hands all the way up. And exhale, lead with your chin. So there is no chin coming into the collarbone, but you have space. There's an orange you're holding between your chin and your collarbone. And exhale, wherever your hands touch. Don't worry about whether they touch the toes or your shin, or just on top of below your knee, right below your knee. That's fine. Those of us who are able to touch the toes, gently let go. Bend your elbows, bend your forehead towards your knee. Slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Now inhale, take your hands all the way up. And exhale, circle your hands. I want you to take your hands behind. If you're able to turn your fingers and point it towards your body, that's fine. Place your hands a little bit away from your body and keep your elbows bent. I want you to now press your kneecaps completely down and flex your toes. So this is easy because we're just leaning back, right? Now take your chin all the way up to the ceiling. And breathe. And breathe. Chest up. Breathe to the center of your chest. Now slowly press into both your palms. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands all the way up. Now remember you had a variation where you had your knees bent, right? You can keep your knees bent if you're feeling tightness in your hamstrings. Otherwise, if you feel more ready now, let's come into a full forward bend with our knees pressing down towards the ground. This is optional. Just make sure you don't tense up your neck muscles and your head muscles. Relax. And breathe. Start to bend your elbows a little bit. Connect with your lower back. Notice how your jaw is moving. Inhale, take both your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle your hands, take your hands to the back. You can turn and point your fingers towards your body. Now, if you can either option one would be to just lean back, like how you did earlier on, right? Those of us who want to try to change it a little bit, let's bend our legs and walk your legs towards you. The whole feet is resting to the ground. So you're not digging your heels, you have the entire feet to the ground. Your legs are about hip width apart and you have space between your legs. So your legs are not fused together like this. Think of the four legs of your chair and then place your legs down like that. Right? Your hands are behind you. Ready? We'll try to lift our hips up. If it is too much for you for whatever reason, you know you have the other variation where you can just lean back. Right? Slowly as you inhale, lift your hips all the way up. Relax your neck muscles, relax your shoulder muscles. Sometimes in this position we stop to breathe. Notice if you're still breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to tuck your chin into the collarbone and gently start to release your hips down. And gently extend your legs. Let's make a fist of our hands. Take your thumb, cover it up, wrap your 4 fingers around it, and then gently rotation to release any pressure we may have created by lifting the hips up on the wrist, and reverse the direction of the rotation of your wrists. And let it go. Let's extend our left hand out, just stretch it out a little bit. So the heel of your palm is pressing away from you. And up. And down. And up. And release. Just open and close. So think there's a stress release ball right in your hands. And just tightly squeeze and release, bringing blood flow to every single nerve and tips of your fingers. And release. Let it go. Let's take up next, swing your legs to one side and set yourself up for a simple cat and cow position. So the wrist comes in line with the shoulders, the knee comes in line with your hips, you have space between your thighs, your neck is in line with your spine, neutral position. I'm going all over the details because I saw some new names on the list today. So we have some friends who have joined us for the first time today. So I'm slowing the class down as well for them to adjust with my cueing. Let's start with a cat and cow breathing. I'm going to go sideways. Remember, you never have to change your position. I'm going to always adjust myself to the camera. Inhale towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your back. Stay. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Tuck your toes. Let's start by stretching opposite hand, opposite leg out. Let's start with extending our left leg all the way out. Catch the ball of the feet on the ground. Press your heel out. Take your right hand. Your thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. If you feel ready, whenever you feel ready, lift your left leg off the ground. Your toes are pointing down. Now, one of the ways for you to know always is your pinky finger. So make the toe adjustment like that and then align it back so that you have your hip in alignment. Basically, you're not leaning to one side or the other. So just turn at the ankle a little bit and then bring it back. So your all toes are pointing down towards the ground. And now stretch. And breathe. Those of us who are doing yoga for the first time today, if you feel this is too challenging, you can tap your left leg toe down and lift it up again. And breathe. Those of us who want to challenge a little bit more, exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale. And inhale. Last time. And inhale. Bring everything down. Right hand comes down. Left leg comes down. All toes, nails pressing to the ground. Wag your tail, moving your hips from side to side, and come back to the center. Let's tuck our toes. Start with the other side. Extend your right leg, catch the ball of the feet on the ground, press your heel all the way to the back. Connect with your right calf muscle. And when you feel ready, lift your left hand off the ground, thumb up. Start to engage your core muscles, and very gently, when you feel ready, lift your right leg off the ground. Make adjustment so that your hip is aligned. So turn your toes inwards like that and point it down. Inwards and down, so that your hip point doesn't lift up on one side. One more. And back. Now, if you feel this is a lot of challenge for you to hold this position because of balance, you can tap and rest. Those of us who want to take it a little bit more, exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Last time. And open it up. Rest your left hand down. Bring your right leg back. Relax all toes. Wag your tail. Move your hips from side to side. And then gently start to walk your hands back towards your body. Bring yourself all the way up. Take your hands all the way up. Interlock your hands. Press the heel of the palm all the way up. We'll start with a simple side body stretch, and then we'll stretch our wrists out. Make sure you have space between the chin and the collarbone, which means to say you're not bringing everything and compressing to the center, but you are able to move your head and keep it in the center. Work with your palms only. The elongation, the length is coming from your hands, not by lifting your shoulders. Let's take it towards our right side. Gently move your hands towards your right side. Now, I want you to connect with the entire left side of the body. It's not just the shoulder, but your whole. So think about your left hip point and stretch, bump up your hips. So I want you to push your hip out a little bit, elongate those arms. Notice your jaw. Are you breathing? And come back to the center. Move your head. If you feel that you have tensed up any shoulder or upper back muscles, always move your head and relax it. You become consciously aware of what's happening with the body, right? And now exhale. Let's take it towards the other side. And lengthen your arms. Take your right arm behind your ear, so it's not coming in front of your face like that. Take it behind you. And now bump up your hip. So I want you to push your hip like that. Still breathing? Jaw relaxed? And now gently come back to the center. Now reach your hands up. Hold on to left palm is facing up to the ceiling. Hold on to your left wrist with your right. And now think about just stretching your wrist joint. So don't worry about the side body. Now we are not focusing on the side, but we're focusing on our wrist joint. Stretch that hand out. So really fully stretch it out. And come back to the center. And hold on, right palm facing up to the ceiling. And just stretch. I want that wrist to be stretched out. The space, create space there. And release. Gently rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation of your shoulders and let it go. If you want to just open and close and release. Back to cat and cow position. So we're going to reset ourselves with our arms shoulder width apart, legs hip width apart. Tuck your toes at the back. And you're going to lift and hover both knees off the ground. So gently lift both your knees off the ground. Hover. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest both knees down to the ground. We're going to walk our right towards our left now. So basically what we're going to do is when we lift our knees off, we're going to bring knees together, right? So let's release both knees off the ground. Take your right, bring it towards your left. Both knees are hugging. separate, bring your left towards your right, together, out, right towards your left, back, separate, left towards your right, separate, right towards your left, separate, left towards your right, and stay. And now gently rest both your knees down towards your right side. So if you notice, there is no space between my thighs. I have completely fused them, right? And now you're going to drop your hips. So move your legs towards one side, and you're going to gently rest your right hand down towards the ground. So you're resting your hips down, you have your knees together, and rest your hand down. And breathe. Stay where you are. I'm going to go a little back so you can see my arm better. It looks like this, right? So there is an L shape with your arm, your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder are like an L shape. Your upper body is lifting up, your knees are together. Now you're going to butterfly these legs, basically. So if you need the support of your hands in front of you, that's fine. If it is fairly easy for you, you can rest it on your hips as well. Or you can take it up as well, right? So the arm, this left arm is not really that crucial where it is positioned. But let's open those legs. Now notice my inner legs are touching towards each other. So I'm butterflying my legs and down, out, and down. If your arm starts to get tired, place it down or on your hip. Out and down. Out and down. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, if you wish to, out, extend, bend, place it down, and bring it back. Out, extend, bend, place it back, bring it down. So pick what works for you today. Whichever works for you, let's do this 8 times. Out, up, bend, together. Out, up, bend, together. Up, bring it back. 4 more. Release. 3. Last one. Extend and release. If you're still finishing it up, I'll just wait for a second here and breathe. Gently take the support of your hands. We're going to make our way up. So press your right palm, which is on the ground. Bring yourself up. Gently walk yourself back. Bring your knees down. Set your position back to simple cat and cow position. Tap your toes. Lift your knees off the ground. Hover the knees off the ground. Right meets your left. Separate. Left meets your right. Separate. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Stay, bring it in, and gently drop your hips down. So you're going to drop it towards your left side this time. Okay? And then gently adjust yourself. I'm going to adjust myself to the camera. So you are going to bring yourself into an L shape with your left shoulder, your elbow, and your arm. So there is a lift in your upper body so that you're not sinking into the position. Your knees are together and the inside of your legs are touching towards each other, pressing towards each other. Start by keeping your hand down to the ground first and see how it feels to open. Now I want you to really open and down, right? Option 2, practice out and in. Option 3, take your hand up, out, and in. Whatever works for you, right? If you don't want to work your shoulder too much, you can place it on your hips. And let's start. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can continue to do the same thing, or 8 times you're going to lift that leg up. So you're going to really engage your right glute muscles, right? Out, extend, bend, bring it back. Out, extend, and slowly bring it back. Out, extend, bend, bring it back. Out, extend, bend, bring it back. 3 more. Out, extend, bend, bring it back. 2 more. Out, extend, bend, bring it back. Last time. Out, extend, bend, and bring it back. Take the support of your hands very slowly, and you can rock yourself any which ways. Set yourself back to a cat and cow position. Relax your toes. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round your back. Let's come into a neutral position. The neck is in line with the spine. Let's all tuck our toes and step the left leg forward and bring yourself all the way up. Bring your hands to the heart center. We're going to circle our hands and give a back bend. Those of us who want to walk our left leg a little bit farther away, go ahead and walk the left leg to increase the distance between your legs. Hands remain at the heart center. Inhale, as you circle your hands, I want you to arch up your back. Think about lower back and arch it up. And breathe. Exhale, reach your fingertips up to the ceiling first. Circle your hands. And now gently bring your opposite hand down to the ground. Option to just take your left hand up like this, or to release your right knee off the ground and take it up. So lifting the right knee off the ground is totally optional. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep your left hand forward. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. You're going to pull your left leg back, hold your plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's all meet in downward dog position and start to pedal those legs off, bending one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel towards the ground. Walk the dog. And let's all drop our knees down. Reset back to cat and cow. And this time, step your right leg forward and bring yourself up. Option 2, increase the distance between our legs. Bring your hands to the heart center. Now, as you open your arms, first start with your tailbone, right? Start to press your lower back forward, arch your back up, and then take your hands. So think about lower back versus your hands, although the movement is coming from your hands. Ready? Very slowly as you inhale, think about tailbone, your lower back, push your hips forward, and then take your hands, arch it up. So by the time your fingers reach up, you should be pressing into your lower back. And your skin on top of your abdominal muscles must be stretching by now. And breathe. Notice your jaw and your breath. Very slowly reach your fingertips up to the ceiling first, and then circle your hands. Opposite hand comes down to the ground. So the left hand comes down, right hand can go up, and left knee can go off the ground. Option. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep your right hand forward. Rest your right hand down. Sweep your right leg back. Hold a plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your hips up, come into downward dog, and gently start to pedal your legs off. Stay where you are, just keep pedaling your legs, walk the dog. And from here, gently, let's all take our right leg all the way up to the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Bend your right leg, bring your knee into your chest, core plank, and now gently step your right leg forward and drop your left feet down to the ground. I want you to stay here. Do not come into standing position. Let your upper body rest on top of your right thigh. And this is a good time for you to check. Your right knee is in alignment with your right ankle. Your left leg toes are pointing towards the length of the mat, right? So you don't want to keep your feet parallel like this, but angle it a little bit. Hold feet to the ground and slowly as you inhale, bring yourself all the way up. So don't arch your back for now. You're not going into full warrior one. In fact, we're going to do extended side angle with shoulder work today. So slowly take your right hand and rest it on top of your right thigh. Now remember, in the beginning of the class, we started with those shoulder rotations. We're going to do that in this position. But start to engage your core muscles. You're going to squeeze your belly, keep it tight, and draw circles. Forward. 1. Look all the way to the back. So remember, your fingers and your gaze are connected. 2. 3. 4. Those of us who can't do 4, do 2. Stay. Now reverse. 1. 2. 3. Go slowly, there's no rush. And 4. Left hand comes up. I'll pause for a second in case you're finishing your round. Pull the belly button towards you. Come into warrior 2. Front knee is bent. It's in line with your ankle. Let's all straighten our front leg. So we get a break with our knees. Let's take our back hand, rest it on top of the back thigh. Clip your palm. No bend in both the knees. We're going to just open up the side body on the right side. Then slowly as you inhale, take your right hand. Slide your left hand on the thigh down towards the ground. It will help you to deepen the stretch. Push your hip away from the midline and stretch down. And breathe. Back to warrior 2. So slide, bring your hands first and then bend your knee. Gently release your heel off the ground. Face forward towards your right knee. And breathe. Place your hands on either side of your right leg. We're going to take our right leg up, come into fire hydrant. So just take your right leg all the way up. Bend your right leg, come into fire hydrant. So bend the knee, drop your heel towards your glutes. Three-legged dog, point your leg. And right leg back, downward dog. Pedal those legs off. Stay where you are. I'm going to change my position. And gently, let's all start by taking our left leg all the way up to the ceiling. Point your toes. Three-legged dog. Bend your left leg, come into core plank, hold. And now gently step your left leg forward. And take your time, press your right heel down to the ground. Knee in line with your ankle. Angle your toes so that your toes are pointing towards the right. A little bit more. Pull the belly button towards you and gently just bring your hands up. No need to arch your back or do anything with your back. Extended side angle. Left hand rests on top of your left thigh. We're going to start to draw circles. Gently, let's take the hand all the way forward. Ready? We'll take the hand up and start the circles now. Slowly as you inhale, reach your hand all the way up. Take it all the way to the back. Circle and forward. 3. Synchronize your breath with your movement. 2 more. And one last one. Reverse. Start from whichever side you did to the other side. 2. 3. And 4. Take your time, finish your round. And now let's all meet in warrior 2. Front knee is still bent, which is your left knee. Let's take a break with those knees, lock both knees. That feels good. Take your back hand, rest it on the outer edge of your thigh, flick your palm. And now remember, you're going to slide this hand as you go and bump up your left hip. So think about hips now. So push your hips. Hand is attached to the body. It's going to go along, right? So just let's try to think about the hips first. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring your hands into warrior 2, hands first, and then bend your knee. We're going to come into high lunge, so release your back heel off the ground and you're facing towards your left side. Place your hands on either side of your left leg. We're going to 3-legged dog, fire hydrant, right? So take your left leg all the way up. 3-legged dog, fire hydrant. Bend that left leg at the knee. Drop your heel towards your glutes. 3-legged dog. Drop your leg down and walk your dog. Stay where you are. Keep walking your dog. And now gently, let's all walk to the top of our mats. So start to walk your right and your left and your right and your left. You'll end up in a forward bend position. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Bend your knees a lot. Slowly take your hands to the side. Fly your hands, palms facing up to the ceiling. Gently reach your hands. Turn your palms facing forward. And exhale, push your hips back. Come into half forward bend on the top part now. So your palms rest on top of your knees. Inhale, bend your knees a lot. Circle your hands. Take your hands all the way up. Palms facing forward. Exhale, push your hips back. Bend your knees. Place your hands on top of your kneecaps. Inhale. And exhale. Hollow your belly. Inhale. And exhale. Slide your hands on top of your thighs, release, and shake your legs off a little bit. Let's widen the stand out a little bit. We're going to just work very gently today, so we're not going to go very fast in today's class. Widen your stand as much as you feel comfortable here. Open your hands all the way out. We're going to simply take opposite hand towards the opposite ankle, which is super easy. But those of us who don't want to go into a full forward bend, we're going to push our hips back. We're going to come. Let's try to feel your lower back. See how it works for you. Maybe this much. Maybe your upper body comes fully parallel to the ground. Right? Now, those of us who want to just bring ourselves up, back and forth, flex your lower back this way. Right? Those of us who want to go a little deeper, Right hand goes towards your left ankle, left hand goes up. Back into T, upper body still parallel to the ground, and switch. T and switch. T and switch. Bring yourself back into T. Sweep your hands behind your back. Rest your palms on top of your hips. Let's all do this one. Support the lower back. And gently roll yourself all the way up. I want you to shorten the distance between your legs a little bit, but we are still beyond the frame of our mat. So walk your legs maybe to the outer edge. So your inner edge of your leg is touching the outer edge of your mat, right? So that way it is aligned now. All we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees into squat and bring ourselves up. So squat, chest up. So don't come down like this. I want you to keep your chest up to the best you can. Now, those of you who don't need the support, you can bring your hands to the heart center and up. 3 and up. 2 and up. And 1, last one. And up and release. And gently you to yourself, come back to the center and shake your legs off a little bit. And let's come into a seated position on the mat. We're going to start to engage our core muscles. So I went a little bit slow today because some of us may be new and some of us may not have worked out for 2 weeks maybe. So just want to be slowly pick up the pace, right? So we'll go eventually and pick up pace in the next few weeks. Gently take your hands to the fold of your legs and lift your legs up. Option to just do one. Option to slowly work on lifting. Option to keep those legs up. Release your hands off. Lean yourself back, extend. And repeat it. Out. And in. Out. And in. Support your elbows if you need to. Out. And in. And rest your feet down. Stay. Try to sit up tall. Think about lower back. Your body will naturally feel like sitting up tall now to release any pressure around the lower back. Acknowledge that and give the body what it needs. Just sit up really tall. Now we're going to take one hand. We're going to take a break in this one. So it will actually make it interesting. So let's take our hands to the fold of our legs. Lift the legs up. Extend your left out. Back together. So you remember I'm still having my hands for support. So let's try this way. Out and in. Option, release your hands. Left out, in, right out, in. Option, left out, both hands towards your right side. Come back to the center, rest, lift, right out, bring your hands towards the left side. In, both legs together, rest. No support, right? Up, left out, both hands towards the right side. In, press feet down. Up, right out, both hands towards the left. Come back, take a break. And wrap your hands behind, sit up tall. Think about tailbone and sit up really tall. I want you to release the lower back this way. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your right leg out. Walk your left heel towards your body. Keep your left heel digging to the ground. Flex all toes. Turn everything, all toes towards your body. Wrap your hands on top of your shin. Or you can place it behind your thigh. That's totally fine, right? So those of us who are able to bring our hands onto the shin, go ahead and do that. Lift your left leg off the ground. Try to pull your thigh into your body as you try to sit up tall by pressing your belly into your thigh. You're able to breathe, still all right? Lift your right leg off the ground. So you're balancing on your glutes right now. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your right. Press your left down to the ground. Hold on to the big toe of your left. Hold on to the big toe of your left. With your left, place your right fingertips down to the ground. Now, those of us who are not able to hold on to the big toe for whatever reason, you can take your hand to the back of your leg like this. Right? So we're going to work on slightly straightening that leg out. It's okay, don't feel too much pressure that you have to hold the big toe or anything like that, right? Gently lift that leg up. Still okay here, extend that leg out. Still okay here, take that leg all the way out. Left towards the left side. And breathe. Bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Bring the leg forward, bend. Switch arms. Right hand holds your left big toe. Left fingertips come down to the ground. Left knee is still bent. Right? Take that leg diagonally across the body. Now connect with your hamstrings from your left glute to the side of your body. Now if you're feeling it a lot, bend your knee a little bit. If you're all right, you're able to do it, press your heel out. So see what works for you today. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, let it go. Shake your legs off a little bit. Point and flex. Point and flex. Keep your left leg down to the ground. Bring your right leg, walk it towards your body. All toes flexed. Wrap your hands on your shin or to the back of your thigh. Doesn't matter. Lift your right leg off the ground. Lean a little bit back, that's fine. Lift your left heel off the ground. Try to sit up nice and tall. 4, 3, lift it up, breathe. Pull the right thigh into your body. 2, and 1. Gently place your left down. Keep your right closer to the body. And now slowly wrap your fingers around your big toe or behind your thigh. That's fine. So you're going to just extend like this, right? Those of us who want to hold on, we can hold on to the big toe. Left fingers down to the ground. Gently lift that leg up. Your right knee is still bent. Extend. Out. And in. Out. And in. Out. And in. Press the heel away if you can. Out. And in. Last time. Out. And in. Bend the leg. If you can do it mid-air, switch. Press your right fingers down and take it across diagonally. Hold. Connect with your right glute and the side of your body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring your right leg back. Let it go. Point and flex. Point and flex. And shake it off a little bit. Let's come down to the mat. We're going to massage the back a little bit. So lie down on your mat, on your back. And bring your knees along with you. Place your hands on top of your kneecaps. And let's draw circles. Touching the 4 corners around your lower back. Take your time to massage your back. and reverse. Move your knees from side to side, massaging the lower back. And now gently place your feet down into bridge position. We're going to do one bridge position. Rest your hands next to your body. And slowly let's start to release our lower back off the ground. The mid back. And lift your belly button all the way up. Try to squeeze your glutes. And now lift it a slightly higher. As you hold this bridge position, I want you to connect with the base of your feet. And try to observe if you're completely pressing both your feet down or are you shifting your body weight to a specific part more than the other. Press firmly on all four corners of both your feet. It will help you ground better. And now gently, shoulder blades down, your mid back, lower back, and your tailbone. Bring your knees into your chest and massage the back one more time. And reverse. Extend your legs, reach your hands over your head. Let's give one full body stretch. Fingertips and toes being stretched. And release. Open up your hands, open up your legs. Find a nice position to rest your lower back and your shoulder blades. If that means to say you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do that. Move your hands and legs away from your body. And allow your body weight to simply sink into the mat. Don't hold on to any body part at this time. Slow, deep, long breaths in and out. Allow your body to process the experience, the journey that you had on your mat. Engaging various muscles, your breath supporting the movement. Acknowledging the synchronicity, the coordination of the muscles, nerves, joints to bring mobility. For our functioning on a daily basis. Very slowly bend both your knees, turn your body towards your right side. And take the support of your hands and make your way up into a seated position with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the heart center, with the thumb touching the heart center. If you wish to make a small prayer for your loved ones and the world around you, you may do that at this time. Very slowly, whenever you're ready, begin to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and slowly coming up to eye level. Thank you very much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Let's all take a bow together and say thank you guys. I will see you all next Tuesday.